Anyways, what's up, y'all? Shows most does most. Jacrish back in that video. Let me go. I hate sorry ass losers. I wonder why. See why he hates sorry losers. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow our social media. It's gonna pop on the screen. We is on the road to 500. And tell a friend and family that your boy Crispy is on his way. Let's get it.
Do that nigga cut. Oh!
Bro, that's a whole baby. You know that.
Nice. We've all had lows before. For me, one of my biggest lows was when I admitted to having a crush on a number when I was still pooping myself to hundreds of thousands of people. Or that time I got caught at a senior citizen center trying to get my free car. Just to clarify, I meant I was pooping my diapers when I was a baby, not during the grown age I was when filming the video.
I know, that's
I
crazy.
feel like I had to clear that up. But no matter how low my life gets, I'd never be considered a sorry ass loser. I don't let nobody bitch me around. Urban Dictionary describes being sorry as the state of being worthless or poor in quality. Not that type of poor in quality. To end up being a sorry character in my books, you have to be so utterly useless or be actual walking, talking garbage.
That's crazy.
Put their ass in the trash can when they don't know how to act.
And that's what the video's about. The lamest, most useless, most sorriest characters of all time. Anyways, have you ever been edged? If you have, then you know the exact feeling I felt when Hunter x Hunter hyped up the Shadow Beasts.
Who?
Picture this, 10 of the most powerful mafia leaders across the 6 continents all chose one of their strongest Nen users among their ranks.
Right.
Each named after an animal that their abilities mirror. Thus, they were named the Shadow Beasts. But enough about the Shadow Beasts. I give you the Shadow Beasts.
Oh my god, what happened to him? This whole time we was getting saved by some lame ass looking nigga.
You couldn't give one of the hardest group names to a more lame looking group.
Like, who it did?
Of dick. I couldn't believe the shit I was seeing.
Nah, that's
Leech
good.
was just someone's fat Asian uncle. Porcupine looks like one ugly ass baby. Rabbit
cricket
Dog
look.
looks like a trailer park lesbian on some heavy substances.
Nah, that's crazy.
And Worm looks like a dick. Not only do they look like stupid fucking idiots, they're also completely useless. First of all, Worm goes in solo and breaks his fist after punching Uvojin in the face and gets popped in his face right after. Seconds later, Worm gets absolutely pulverized. This alone should have set alarms going off, but instead they all choose to run up on this Neanderthal and die in the sorriest ways I've ever seen. The fat Asian uncle gets his skull bitten off. Rabid Wolf tries catching a skull fragment with his hand, which if he had enough time to raise his hand to try and block it, I'm sure he had enough time to move his head or dodge it altogether, but
Nah,
whatever.
that's crazy.
I guess he wanted extra aura points. Porcupine gets his eardrums popped and unfortunately he goes dead. Oh, and he's dead. Remember when I said Worm was pulverized? He survived, and he's in perfect condition to fight. Oh, never mind. I'm no fighting expert or anything, but I do dabble in bungee boxing with middle-aged housewives and watch UFC fight highlights on YouTube. So I'd say I know a thing or two about fighting. And let me tell you, this is not how you jump an 8-foot tall, 400-pound caveman. As
Nah,
for
yeah,
the
you
other
got
Shadow Beasts, they don't do much. I'm being serious. They all show up thinking they were hot shit. The frauds get off-screened and get left like this. Anyways, the blonde femboy with red eye solos. This next one pains me to say, cause he's literally a childhood hero of mine. But as his biggest fan, figuratively and literally, I have to call out my goat when I see them acting like a sorry ass loser.
Six, seven. I'm such a fat fucking chud.
I'll keep this one short and brief because the show went on for 25 years. So instead of talking about every little moment I thought he was a sorry loser across the entire series, I'm gonna talk about the region he was easily one of the worst trainers I've ever seen.
Oh my god!
Unova Ash was terrible. He was in the very first episode, Ash gets exposed as a complete fraud. If you were thinking this was his time to become a champion, I think you definitely took a step back after this episode. Snivy vs Pikachu did irreparable damage to my respect for Ash. Pikachu, a seasoned veteran, a Pokemon who's defeated the likes of...
And then, see, that's just terrible writing right there. Like, I'm telling y'all, like, bro, you can never make a character to be that good. Look at Invincible. That dude get beat up multiple times, and somehow, some way, people still like him. They write him so terrible. Same as Ash Ketchum. Ash Ketchum supposed to be the best Pokemon, but somehow, some way, he loses to all these Pokemon. I do not understand. Oh God, like I don't know. Like real talk.
Dragonite, Regice, and went band for band with a Latios before getting to this point. Gets completely dog-walked by a Snivy who's never battled before. Now some will say Pikachu was at a disadvantage with its electricity being unusable. But there is no excuse for Pikachu to be looking like this!
Oh, no, that's
Another
great.
reason as to why Ash is a garbage trainer were his gym battles.
This is trash.
As a Pokemon trainer myself, I've defeated countless gym leaders. So when I saw Ash battle against Roxy and Elisa and those suspiciously homosexual triplets, I was angry. How could Ash, someone who's gone through hundreds of battles with multiple badges across multiple regions, look like such an idiot? Every time I think Ash has something in his bag to pull out a nice and easy win, he decides to pull out some straight fucking bullshit. Fire versus fire? Water versus grass? Well, at least you got one thing right, and that was electric versus water. But even then, you still sold the bag! You'd think he learned his lesson after all that and prepared himself better for the...
And that's just, hold on, that's another thing. If Pokemon been going on to 25 season, ain't Pikachu supposed to be low key, like high key is supposed to be the strongest one out of all the Pokemons they've been going through? Like, ain't he supposed to be like been evolved and nothing like that? But like, he not changing his form or nothing like that. But he leveling up every time. No, like I ain't lying. Pikachu should be a 99. Why he acting like a 60 overall?
Future, but someone in the writer's room decided, hey, why don't we make Ash so stupid he forgot how gym battles work? Tom, you're a fucking genius.
Nah, that's crazy.
The fans are gonna love this. Finally, I have the moment that made me hate Unova Ash forever. Up until this moment, I didn't think Ash could go any lower. But he did the unthinkable. He lost to the dumbest trainer I've ever had the displeasure of watching. Cameron versus Ash was...
Oh, never mind. Wait. Yeah, I saw this one.
the cherry on top, the last straw. After this major dent in Ash's career, I felt like it was impossible to win me. I'm easy. What else can I say? I'm super critical about the horror movies I watch. No. If I'm gonna sit there and willingly get jump scared and see some scary shit, expect to have your movie get nitpicked for every little detail. If the horror movie has one thing I don't like, I'm dropping a 1-star review on IMDb and I'm telling everyone the director of the movie invited me over to dinner and touched me sexually. Black Phone made me want to do exactly.
Black Phone had to be the most garbage horror movie that I ever saw in my life. They wrote this mug so terrible on this stuff, it should never have a number 2. This the type of horror movie, whoever wrote this, you need your ass whooped. I'm for real. I'm serious. Cause ain't no way you wrote this slop. Had all these kids get kidnapped, got boom, died and stuff like that. Mind you, one of the kids could throw hands. And you told me that man died? was in that mother like Luke Kane in his prime. Like, shoot. Then I understand the bully. The bully deserved it. But the other kid, he didn't even deserve it. He didn't even know what was going on. Just to come, dude just hitting a booby trap on him, hit him with something, and boom, and he just ran out the steps and he be gone. I'm like, nah, bro, I don't want to hear that, bro.
Exactly that. Why? Because this guy was one of the sorriest antagonists I've seen in a horror movie in a while. In horror movies, it's usually the main cast of characters with a combined IQ of 2 that makes the movie a drag to watch. The Grabber is a dude from Denver. The Grabber basically spends his time kidnapping kids because that's pretty much all there is to do there. Then when he's finished chopping them all up in his basement, he takes them to the house across the street and buries them in the basement of that house. Already, I feel like the Grabber isn't that smart. You bury the bodies in an abandoned house across the street from where you live? If I was a cop, the first thing I'd do is go around abusing my authority, then I'd sit inside my sick-ass Dodge Charger, paid for by the American taxpayer, and flex my toolies on the gram while calling out every one of my ops one by one. Then after that, maybe I'd go to the people across the street and take them in for questioning at the police department. I don't know. Another reason as to why I think the Grabber.
And also, the police was low-key kind of trash in this movie. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. And then the parents were trash too. I ain't lying to you. Cause the little sister knew what was going on, happened knowing, and she ain't got the information, and the dad listened. I think the dad or mama was listening. Something like that. This story wouldn't even be exist. Black Phone would have never exist. And I remember everybody was hyping this up, talking about, oh my God, this is the most scariest movie. Man, I sit down and watch the movie and then go back and let somebody explain that to me. This movie is trash. This movie is trash. Now they got number 2 coming out. I'm not about to watch that slut.
Grabber is a useless idiot is because he's heard the phone in his basement go off before, while the line was completely cut. If I heard my phone that I have in a basement where I murdered children go off, I would probably piece 2 and 2 together and get that shit off my wall. Getting away with murder in the 70s was so easy. The internet was still niche. Everything was black and white, and everyone was driving Flintstone cars to get to work. Yet his own drugged out brother figures out who the Grabber is, all while living underneath the Grabber's very own roof. In the end, shit didn't matter. He still got his head split like an axe to a watermelon. But what makes the Grabber a sorry serial killer happens in the climax of the movie. What surprised me was how easy it was for Finney. Finney beats him with a phone filled with dirt, and even
my point exactly. There was nothing else. Okay, and I'll give it to Pennywise. At least Pennywise right there. At least he gotta get your fear, and that's the only good thing about him. But the downside of that dude, if you ain't fear of him, he's shrinking. But at least he's coming out of nowhere, coming out of deep corners and stuff like that. See this dude right here? He's terrible, trash.
Uses the phone's cord to choke his ass out.
Exactly.
What the fuck are we actually even doing in this profession if all it takes to kill you was a phone, some string, and a hole? I haven't watched the second movie, but if he's as dumb as he was in this one, then I don't want to give up my precious time watching some old pedophilic serial killer try and murder the same kid as a spirit. I'd much rather use my time on more important matters. Like playing Spin a Baddie on Roblox. Quick announcement before we finish off. What the fuck? Gooner Anime has reached the like goal I set for it. Sorry. Actually, it completely destroyed the like goal by like 8 times. That doesn't mean you're getting 8 parts though, so quit fucking asking me. So yeah, Gooner Anime 2, coming soon. Anyways.
Nah, that's crazy. It's the fact that y'all out here asking that man that question. Anyways. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, follow our social media, pop on the screen. We're on the road to 500 and I'm out.